What's blazing, gents, and welcome back to Forza Horizon 5. We are here with another season championship, this time cutting corners, which is exactly what we like to do anyway, so that's a good naming for once. And we have to use a modern sports car from Japan in the B class. I have chosen the Mazda MX-5, which once again is one of the more popular cars anyway, so why not? Tuning shell code is in the description as always. It's relatively inexpensive and available to the auto show, which are two of the main components, but then again the modern sports cars from Japan are all relatively inexpensive, so whatever you pick, it's probably a good pick. Subaru BRZ is one of the options, or the Nissan 370, one of the options. So the RX-8 actually is also in there, but I'm not that big of a fan. If I have to drive a Mazda, I'm going to pick the MX-5 any day of the week, mainly because it's light and nimble, and I mean the RX-8 is still, it's not a huge ship or anything, but not comparable to the MX-5 really when it comes to throwing the car around. S2000 obviously, as we see it here, also a strong contender, but I don't know, I've never been too big of a fan of it. Well, never is incorrect. When I was young, very young, I was actually a big fan of the S2000, 10, 12. But these days, or any time after, not that big of a fan. Opinions have changed on that. So, it was actually one of the big changes from back in the day to now is on the S2000 and on the Honda NSX. Those are the two big changes where I really loved them when I was younger, but I've since stopped. So there's that 370 in the lead, but I'm not that afraid of that. I'm very confident that here we can grab our 60 points finally. Maybe settle down a little bit with some success. It's important for the soul, you know, having some successful moments. Some light B-class racing late at night. It's exactly what we need. Alright, go around. There we go. Going deep into that corner and cutting the checkpoint and cutting the other checkpoint. This is exactly what the championship told us, right? Cutting corners. That's what it said. And that's what we're doing. And the AI is like utterly, ridiculously bad at that. Because it's like, oh, there is a checkpoint. Let us drive literally in the middle of it, regardless of where a faster line might be. Okay, it's not driving in the middle, but you know what I mean. There we go around. I'm finding some decent lines in this one. This is like the first race of the day where I'm not feeling like we're completely off. We're finally getting into a little bit of a groove. Oh, I still feel like I could just... Whoa, there's a wall. I still feel like I could just like drop the controller and fall asleep, so... That's not exactly helping. On the other side we have 20 points, so what are we doing? Come on, let's get 60 points. 20 in the bag, 40 to go. There we have more. Plaza Circuit is also not a track where you do a lot of cutting corners, realistically. Oh, we've been disconnected again. Quelle surprise! Sorpresa. I think that's the Spanish word. Que sorpresa is probably the translation. I don't know. Looks like lotus rims on there, which with that lotus green there, but I'm not sure it is. Kind of like the MX-5. Always been a bit of a fan of it. I guess one of the secret faves, you know. It's a fun little vehicle. There we go. There, that was an interesting start to it. Maybe cut from here now, but we can move them out of the way, which also works. Yes. Lifting a little bit twice. Ooh, that was a hard braking into that one. It's 3 laps, so I'm not really worried about that. Maybe poking here? Yeah, that works. It's into 3rd, and we're even getting a decent exit, which surprises me because the exit should have been where we lost, or where we lose out. Minor bump there. Accelerating out of it, we are just faster. We have such a light car and such good acceleration out of the corners, and good cornering speed. It all plays together. Weight is key. I'm telling you. Leave your fat cars at home. Still 2 laps to go though, so we definitely still need to manage that lead now. Sure that will bring home the victory. Which is a lot more than just getting the lead. Hard through into lap number 2. And let's see if we can find a good rhythm to bring it home. Oh, through here. Very stable through here. This manages the lead, and at the same time it doesn't risk too much. And isn't slow either, so it's a good balance that we have at the moment. But good balances are easy to lose, so you definitely need to pay attention. You can actually definitely cut a lot of corners here if you try and put your mind to it. I underestimated how many you can cut here. This one as well, if you want to. We were just braking too late. But yeah, they definitely chose tracks where a lot of corner cutting is possible. I didn't think they would really put their mind to that. Kudos, I guess. You can cut through this one, that puts you in a pretty good position. You cut through that. Whoa. Driving on 2 wheels. 2 wheels. Twice for fun, eh? And now braking hard into that one. You really don't want to drive over that bump in the middle of the road, though. It's not exactly what you crave to do. But it's not like it kills you, it just offsets your car a little bit when you try braking into a corner. Which might kill you in real life, but not here. So that's, you know, one benefit, I guess. I'm really not that big of a fan of that right hand. mainly because you kind of have to brake late, but at the same time, when you brake into the corner, you almost always initiate quite a nasty drift. And the way the corner works, you really need to stay on the brakes. You can't just drift into the corner and use that momentum through it. It's kind of a nasty one, really. Okay, cut for that one as well. I guess you can technically cut through every checkpoint if you really put your mind to it, but you have a lot of checkpoints here where it actually makes sense, which happens rarely enough. Let's brake early here and now cut for that one and run for that one, just to make the title creator proud. It was intentional to create the airborne picture when we go through the finish line, because the bump is right at the finish line. That's 40 points after 2 races. Just more or less exactly what we wanted and needed. And one more sprint to finish it off for this week. I might actually play a little bit privately this season, like outside of the recordings, because the rewards this season are actually sort of worth it. I kind of like the cars that you can get, and I'm not entirely sure I have all of them, which is rare enough. So I might actually play some privately. Haven't decided yet. Having another sip of Coke, maybe that helps me stay awake for the last race. Wouldn't that be funny? Falling asleep mid-race. I'll totally upload that. Alright, let's go through. One overtake already done. It's a little bit wet on the road and slippery. And wet and slippery isn't always preferred. Stop pushing me away, what the hell are you doing? I thought you only get that sort of driving in online racing, Jesus. Oh, 3 wide. Free wide is also not always preferred. Oh. And pushing, yeah, that's good. Here we go. And darted. No, that was way too early on the brakes. Maybe make a little bit of a switch maneuver. No, they're covering the inside. Fine, we're going dirt and overtake. Never mind. I do not mind to get dirty for my overtake. Oh, hold it. Could have gone wrong, I guess, but it didn't. It's one of those moments where you can either look brilliant or like an absolute fool. Because it either goes very wrong or very right. Probably. I mean, this is another race where you can just constantly cut checkpoints. They really picked the correct races for this championship. Like really tipping my hat if I had one. I don't. So 55% done. Going up the hill. Move it through the dirt, because why not? I mean, if the MX-5 isn't an off-road car, then what is, right? Yeah, that was a pretty good one, actually. It feels good to get 60 points again. He said with another 28% remaining in the race. There's nothing hard left for it. That has already been done. That one is maybe a little. Nope. Perfect. Perfect. What are we waking up now in the last race of the day? Marvelous. Absolutely fantastic. Well, that's pretty cool drift here to end it. Well, not exactly to end it. Above 90% is towards the end, right? There we go, another checkpoint and another one to cut. And let's just forgive this. Here we go. That was on point to a championship. Truly on point. So, I hope you enjoyed that one. Oh, another NSX. We only have like 4 or 5 of them. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And until next time, farewell.